report. The king called his most trusted maids. He ordered them to find out if Manimala was suitable to be his bride. So the maids left for their mission. They went to the house of Chandramani. There they met Manimala. They were blown away by her beauty. They talked with her and were highly impressed by her intellect. But the maids felt that since Manimala was so beautiful, it would be hazardous for the kingdom. They felt that the king would be distracted by her beauty. He would not perform his state affairs properly. So out of duty for their state, they decided to give a false report to the king. They came back to the king and said, "Your Majesty, we went to Chandramani's house. We met Manimala. We spoke to her as well. But we did not find anything extraordinary about her. She is not in the least suitable to be the queen." The king sees Manimala. The king heard them and changed his mind about marrying Manimala. When Chandramani came to know about the king's interest in Manimala, he himself offered Manimala's hand to the king in marriage. But the king refused straight away. A disappointed Chandramani got Manimala married to Krishnanand, who was a courtier of the king. Now one day, it so happened that King Samarjit was passing Krishnanand's house. He happened to see Manimala, who was standing on the roof of her house. King Samarjit was mesmerized by her beauty and asked who she was. His minister informed him, "Your Majesty, she is Manimala, wife of Krishnanand. They got married recently. She is the same woman about whom you had made enquiries in the past through your maids." The king said, "But she is very beautiful, whereas the maids told me that she was not suitable to be my wife." Krishnan's Offer. King Samarjit called the maids who had visited Chandramani's house to meet Manimala. He said to the maids, "You had met Manimala and reported to me that she was not suitable for me. But I saw her today. She is very beautiful. Why did you lie to me?" The maids replied, "Your Majesty, it is true that Manimala is very beautiful, but we felt that her beauty could have become an obstacle. She could have dominated you and not let you run the affairs of the state smoothly. This is the reason we lied to you." At the moment, the king's courtier Krishnanand happened to come there. He paid respects to the king and said with both palms joined in reverence, "Your Majesty, as your loyal servant, I have a request to make." I heard what the maid said, but there is a way. I am ready to offer Manimala to you. The king's order. The king got angry on hearing this. He could not believe his ears. He said, "You are insulting me now. I never take another man's wife. It is also a sin to desire another man's wife." The furious king ordered death sentence for the maids. Betal finished his story and said, "Vikram, were the maids really at fault?" King Vikramaditya said, "The maids crossed their limits when they gave wrong information to the king. They were unfaithful to him, but they committed this crime at the cost of duty to the kingdom. The king in fact committed a more serious crime by punishing them." Betal was happy and said, "Well said, Vikram, but you have spoken again. I told you not to do so, so here I go." Saying so, Betal flew away from King Vikramaditya's shoulder. An angry King Vikramaditya followed him with his sword.
Thanks for watching. Do like, share, subscribe to Sahil Book House.